this defense in South Carolina is phenomenal. I went down, I watched the edge rushers. You know, that's the big thing now. Outside linebacker, defensive end. I spent time with Jimmy Lindsey. I spent time with the defense coach White. Watch what they're doing. They're pretty. I mean, they nasty. Secondary nasty. So these boys play with an edge already. I want to see the offense meet that type of mindset, that type of attitude. Because the defense, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're nasty. They're gonna be nasty all year.
What have you seen specifically that has you so encouraged about the Carolina D?
Well, spending 5 years in Tuscaloosa with my son, spending a lot of time down there, I had the ability to go to practices and spring games and really see a defensive line, what it looks like. And, for 5 years, a defensive line and linebacker, front seven that set about I'm saying 90% of those guys, Tim, you go back and look, I know for Christians 14 and 19, I would bet 90% of those edge tackles, linebacker guys got drafted, went to the NFL some capacity. Dudes, right? So when I was down there the other day, I often look at that because I say the teams that won the championship had those dudes. Clemson, mind you, when they were able to compete with Alabama, they had a defensive front with Brent Venables. They had dudes, not just one deep, 2 and 3 deep. The last few years when Clemson has been dominated, guess what? They don't have those dudes up front anymore. They might have one. They might have a possible like Spades. They don't have 2 deep anymore up front. That's why Clemson is not the same. It's not the quarterback. It's like when you get into the big games, look at Ohio State. Look, Ohio State put up 600-something yards on Clemson's defense. Look at LSU put up those big numbers on that defense. Look at all those last 3 or 4 big games Clemson played. The defense was shredded because they don't have those dudes anymore. Well, when I look at South Carolina, I see 2 deep. 2 deep of some dudes, bro, that they can rotate, that they can get in there and they can harass. I mean, it starts with the senior Zach Pickens. I have so much respect for Zach Pickens and how he's changed his body. This is a guy that I talked to Jim Nagy of the Senior Bowl about down at the SEC Media Days. And he said, man, I love this kid. Why? Because he eats up blockers. He can get penetration up the middle, and he can take away that passing window of the quarterback. He's really good at that. And by the way, Boogie is coming along too. Boogie is playing phenomenal football. This guy has made a leap. He's going to be able to play. Then you got 4 dudes on the edge, man. They look the part. They look like them dudes at Alabama. Their bodies, they got the big thighs. I like to call the big high butts. That means athletic, can run, can change direction. They're long, they're lengthy. I'm telling you, these guys can play. And, Jordan Burch, despite what people say, want to call him a bust, he's not a bust. The dude is phenomenal. I had scouts at that practice asking me about Jordan Burch and what he's about. And the guy has talent, next level talent. He ain't put up no shredded numbers, but the kid can play. Go watch the tape. So I would say the folks that want to make big statements like that understand the game of football, what he's asked to do. It ain't always about making big plays. It's about doing the other things that other people are successful on defense. So I would say that to you. But they're a deep, Tim. And then we noticed that Cam Smith's an All-American. I'm drawing a blank with the name of the linebacker that's coming back. Got number 44, I believe, inside backer.
Sherrod Green. You got Mo Kaba back there. You got Brad Johnson as well.
Sherrod Green is what I'm talking about. This dude is a sideline-to-sideline run and a hit linebacker. So they don't have the depth at the inside. That's my only little concern there. But those starters are really good. This defense, with Clayton White calling the defense, they get after you, brother. And they want to have a party at the ball. And they're about turning the football over. They don't get a turnover, they're not happy. And that's the way you play defense. You play it with an edge. You play it with an attitude. You play it to bust people in the mouth. I say it all the time. Listen, be nasty, but be nasty within the rules. Well, this is the mindset of Clayton White's defense. I came away saying this defense is built and is building to be a championship type of defense. I'm not being crazy, and then the other pieces go, but I'm just telling you, when you watch them play Saturday night, they're going to be flying around. Watch those edge guys. They're going to get after the quarterback. And if they don't, I will be shocked based on what I've seen.